campaign called Autism, I Am Not Stigma. And the whole aim of this particular seminar, what we wanted to do, was we wanted to bring parents and we wanted to hear your story and to have you share. But not just share, but also tell us what could have been done differently in the community that would have made it easier for you.
Autism is lifelong. There is no sudden age it's just going to stop and go away. There is no cure for it. That is our absolute line on that. It's a developmental disability that affects how people communicate and how they relate to people and the world around them, how they experience the world around them. Sensory sensitivities are a huge part of autism. It's something we're only really starting to get literature and research coming out on now, but it's something the autistic community has known about for some time.
He was about 2.5 and he got sacked from nursery. And I thought it's literally impossible to be sacked from nursery. Unpaid. And he got sacked from nursery. And so I went to see my GP, did everything, and went to have an assessment. And they said, oh, he's just being a naughty boy. And I said, no, he's not being naughty. If I wasn't careful, it would just be a matter of time before he started believing what society was telling him. I didn't want him to believe that. I wanted him to empower himself. I'm a very strong person. I never break down. If I had a moment where I dropped the ball in school and I was like, how am I supposed to do it? You know, everybody has normal children. Why me? And I looked up in my car and I said, why me? And I was screaming. And I swear I heard this voice that says, why not? But if I can do it, anyone can do it.
This autistic person is different from any other autistic person. There is no equality in disability. Every disabled person is different as we are. There is no...
I have a 20-year-old son who's got autism, and I've had so many situations when I've been to church and I come back crying. It's usually an emotional thing for me every Sunday because I feel so isolated. I feel as if the world is coming to an end because as soon as we're working, all eyes are just on us.
This was an excellent event. I feel it brought together a lot of individuals and organisations who have really kind of raised the game in terms of awareness about the issue. There's some really important conversations that were started, and I think it's now to how we move that to the next stage.
It took us quite a long time to actually accept that my son had autism because I didn't know, number one, what autism was, and I didn't know that it was going to be a lifelong disability. So with time, I saw more signs of autism behavior in my son. He wouldn't speak, he was making more noises. I've had incidents where we've gone to the park and I just allow him to be himself. And other parents in the park will quickly pull their kids away because they think, oh, there's a crazy young man in the park. What's he doing here?
So I've been really inspired by this event. GUBA are our charity for the year this year in my church, but there's still a long way to go in educating people and spread the message.
Surprise comes from family and friends. When they visit, some of the comments will actually break your heart. I will never swap my Ariana Grace for, even if it's a room full of money like this, I will never do that. Because she's special. And we thank the good Lord for giving us such a baby.
This is amazing work what the Foundation is doing. I think education is very important for the BME community, and the work that the National Autistic Society is also doing is very important. I'm encouraged by the fact that we've got the NAS here working with smaller charities like GUBA to educate.
I'm on the autistic spectrum, and growing up, I'm from an African household, loving parents, but just ignorance, no one really knows what's going on. So everyone just kind of knew I watched television like this. I just couldn't watch the television without my hand in the air. It's just what I did, and I couldn't think really unless I moved my hands. And at school, I'll be doing that and I kind of get in trouble for moving my hands, Like I was in the gifted and talented programs in school, I did my year 9 SATs in year 6, and the extension papers for that, and I got level 6s in like primary school. And there was a whole kind of song and dance because I was able to regurgitate sentences, dates, and facts. So they said I was a genius, you know? So that was nice being diagnosed as a child genius, and I enjoyed that, and I enjoyed what it brought me. But the reality is that I couldn't tie my shoelaces. The world sees me bench press cars, and they get confused when I can't pick up grains of rice. And that is my life. I go to a funeral, and I would have to see like what everyone's doing, and I just wear a face. Like, I just find someone's face, I'm like, that looks like what you're meant to do here, and I just put it on. Because if I put my face, everyone come and look at me, and then like, something must be wrong, I must be, you know?
And I do feel as if we need to become more literate and have to understand language.
Can we congratulate GUBA for this very laudable initiative on behalf of the High Commission?
Representative of the government of Ghana here will go a long way to, of course, pass information on to our leaders that are all compatriots, is doing a lot in this area, and she needs commendation. The foundation deserves commendation for all these efforts, and we hope that somewhere along the line we can continue to collaborate in an area which still deserves a lot of attention.
We need to learn more about the different people in this world. It's a prejudice, like how racism or sexism or ageism, and the only way to really kind of deal with any prejudice is to be more informed. You know, prejudice is born out of a lack of education.
It's so important for us to communicate and share. Sometimes it gives us relief when we share, when we talk about things. It's so important, it's so vital. Because a lot of us are actually sitting at home and just curling up because we have no one to talk to. So let's start talking.